Now you're done with the pre-production stage of making your documentary film and you're ready to pull the trigger. Let me show you how. Just like every cinema work, filming a documentary can be very exciting and intriguing. And there are certain stringent rules that apply to it, howbeit these rules are not very rigid. They're flexible, which means that you can break some of them. And for me, these rules are just steps that I follow in filming my documentaries, and they make the work a lot easier for me, right? Now, what I do first of all is when I begin to shoot, I focus on capturing the interviews first. That is, if there are interviews to be captured in the documentary. The reason why I start with that is because starting with the interview helps me to get a lot of information that I might not already have, right? And that will help me in shooting the rest part of the documentary. So I start with the interview basically for that reason. Now, after I'm done with the interviews, I can go ahead to begin to film the story. Now, usually every documentary is a story, so there must be a pattern that you want to film the story. There must be a way you want to tell the story. So what I begin to do next is that I begin to capture all of the shots that will best help me to tell that story and best help me to express what I want to express with the documentary. And by the time I'm done with that, I begin to get my cutaway shots. When I'm done getting my cutaway shots, the documentary is done. The shooting of the documentary is done. Now, there is an important rule that I have, that I play by as a documentary filmmaker. In fact, not just a documentary filmmaker, general rule that I play by. And this is the rule. It'll help you. You can never overshoot, but you can undershoot. It's best you have too many shots than to be undershotted. Oh boy. I wish I have literary license now. Having a lot of shots is going to be to your advantage, because by the time you go into post-production, there are going to be a lot of things that you're going to see that you'll need certain shots to cover up for. It's best you have a whole bunch of shots than for you to be scampering here and there to get stock footage and all of that to replace certain shots in your work. So get as many shots as you can. Film until there's nothing else to film. Is that all right? So that's all. That's how I film my documentaries.